Well, I can't hear. Oh yes, I can. I can hear myself. Hello there. Assalamu alaikum to our viewers. Good. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Sat Sri Akal or Namaste. Right. I'm Zaid Shah, and my counterpart Zaid.
Zahid Ali.
Hmm. Okay. Yesterday, what happened was Wolverhampton Wanderers beat Arsenal 2-all, right? And what happened? There was a young lad called something Adozi,
Tom Adozi.
Tom Adozi, who scored the equaliser and got the 3 points for Wolves. Right, it's only a point, but you know what I mean. For that,
It felt like 3 points.
it did feel like 3 points. And before we went on the break, which was a very long break, to be fair with you, because people have been dying for us to get back on, is that Zaid mentioned Tomodozi and the fact that he was not from any sort of system. He was found somewhere in London, probably playing some grassroots football, and somebody thought, wait there, who's this kid, right? And Wolverhampton Wanderers, the scouting system, has picked him up, brought him to Wolves, and yesterday, against the best defence in the UK football, he scored an equaliser, which actually, the way the celebrations took place, was like if it was a winner, right? And Zaid told me that this guy was found, and then I thought, well, after the break, what we will discuss is Zaid and myself, and we'd like to get some feedback. You got the phone numbers. Let me just read the phone numbers out to you. It's 07 440. Zaid, you just 07 420 or you could ring in and have a say on 01902 972 150. Or if you want to listen to us in Wolves, it's 87.8 FM. Now, oh, isn't it? Oh, okay. Well, it's not FM, sorry. Eh?
DAB, Digital
Oh,
Audio Broadcast.
DAB, sorry. I'm so old school, right? And Alvina's just pointed out that it's plastered all over the walls. So I need to be shot, man. Okay, so coming back to this now, what's happening is the BME, the Black Minority Ethnic Groups, I've got a lot of talented sports people across the UK. So you might have the black and the Asians, and from the Asians, it's probably mainly the Sikh community who play football. And then you have the South Asians, Pakistanis, and the Indians playing cricket, right? And there's so many cricketers and footballers who are being neglected and missed by the system. Zaid, how can this be addressed?
Well, I think it's going to take a lot of grassroots work, patient work over many years, really, because you can't just produce players overnight.
No, you
You
can't.
do require a lot of coaching, dietary advice,
Absolutely.
education, um, and I think sometimes the parents of the young people need to be educated as well because
On what aspects?
uh, you know what the opportunities are within professional sport that even if you do not make it as a professional player, you can learn from the experience, the training regimes, the discipline. All of these things can help you in other careers as well. Uh, often when you go for an interview for a job or a career, you'll often be asked, do you participate in team sports? Because
Yeah, they do.
your future employer wants to know that you can buy into a team ethos, that you can work with people from different backgrounds, work together as one unit,
Absolutely.
and help in various different ways and contribute to that team environment. Team together, everyone
Everyone
achieves
achieves more.
more. Yeah, it's an old adage.
It is, and you know what? You made some magnificent points, and what a lot of young people struggle with is, and I'm not having to go at the gamers out there, right? Because you might think I'm having a go, but if you look at team sport like football or cricket or rugby, this is just or hockey, any team sport, you've got to be um, you've got 11, 15, or whatever players you got on the pitch. Yeah, you've got to stick together. Now, what happens is sometimes um, you might not like a couple of the people in the team,
Mm.
but when you're on that pitch or when you're in that stadium, that has to go out the window because it's purely about the team. And Zaid's right. A lot of our youngsters from within inner cities struggle with the team concept because they haven't had that experience. And then you mentioned a couple of other things as well. You mentioned education on nutrition and parenting and various other things as well. So I think back to Zaid. I mean, do you want to add a little bit more to that? How do we, these great cricketers and footballers we've got in our communities? How do we, they haven't got the support. How do we get them in front of these people?
Yeah, I think we have had some people within our community who have reached quite high level in their chosen sports, and it's really a case for them to be given support by the community to actually maybe run coaching sessions, run coaching academies, and try to give back to the community and teach some of the lessons that they've learned in their sort of professional or semi-professional careers about how our youngsters can engage better with the existing infrastructure of training and development that is out there at the moment. There are plenty of clubs who want to reach out to the young talent in the area, but unfortunately, a lot is lost in terms of communication.
Okay. I'm really sorry, Zaid. I'm sorry if I'm being rude. Unfortunately, we got 5 minutes.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes left.
Let's talk about Mr. Windsor.
Okay, yeah, so breaking news today is that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been arrested and is in police custody today because of alleged offences that are related to the release of Epstein files in the United States. A lot of people in the political sphere have been um, linked with Jeffrey Epstein, and I think actually it seems to me to be a bit of a distraction. I don't know. I think it was Eleanor Roosevelt who said that small minds talk about people, mediocre minds talk about events,
Yeah.
great minds talk about ideas. And I think rather than focus on the people or the events that are going on, we should try to understand the ideology which is driving these sort of issues in politics at the moment. So Jeffrey
Well,
Epstein wasn't just one man. He actually represented a ideology.
he
That
did.
ideology you can talk about whether it's capitalism, imperialism, maybe even Zionism, and these are the ideologies which have driven these people to engage in the behaviors that they are alleged to have indulged in. So I wouldn't like to focus on any particular person or individual. I mean, Peter Mandelson has been relieved of his roles within the Labour Party and the government. He was the ambassador to Donald Trump from Britain.
Trump seems to be getting away with everything, doesn't he?
He's almost like Teflon. They used to call Tony Blair Teflon
Yeah,
Tony. But
yeah, it's like Teflon Don. Do you remember the Teflon Don from New
yeah,
York? I mean, yeah, got John Gotti. Do you remember?
yeah,
So these guys seem to be very Teflonic, if there's such a word, where nobody seems to be able to touch him, and he's so rude. This, uh, this Donald Trump. But we'll talk about this next
yeah.
time. Coming back to Mr. What do you think is going to happen to Mr. Windsor?
Well, I think the law needs to take its course. His
Yeah,
brother King Charles has actually made a statement to that effect. He is going to help the police with their inquiries, and he says that due process must occur because nobody is above the law. There used to be this situation in this country where the monarchy were believed to be above the law. But
yeah.
it's a good example of that. Everybody is equal in front of the law. That
Well, they are now, but they were above the law quite a lot because he's got away with this rubbish for a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, if you look back in history, people such as Henry VIII.
Yes, I do. I do go to Mr. Singh tuition. Yeah.
If you look back in history, someone such as Henry VIII, he created a whole new religious community in this country. Basically, he was responsible for turning this country from being Catholic under the aegis of the Pope to being a Protestant country, just because he could not get his way in terms of being able to divorce his wife at that time.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how these issues can have major impact on religions and ideologies, and it's impacted this country in the past to a large extent, hasn't it?
Well, the thing is unfortunately, uh, me and Zaid was just heating up on this subject, and you're not going to believe this. Go on, Zaid wants to say something.
I do need to make an announcement before we go off the air. There is a radio show by a new presenter on this channel starting on Friday at 2 p.m. Her name is Malika. She is a second university student at the University of Wolverhampton. So, everybody, please tune into that if you want to hear the thoughts. Oh, it's going to be called the Sports Rap. So
Well,
that'll
you
be
know,
very interesting for people to listen to.
you know me. I'm an expert rapper. So you've heard some of my raps, haven't you?
Yeah. Is there silent C at the
Yeah.
beginning of that word?
Well, listen, we've got 30 seconds. A massive bye from me and a massive bye from Zaid Ali.
Yeah, and we'll look forward to seeing you again Thursday, 3 p.m. during Ramadan.
And what I will like to say is Zaid Ali and myself will carry on with this conversation with regards to Mr. Windsor on our next show, inshallah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How long we got? Thank you. 3, 2, 1, bye.